Hey Bayek, it's me Ian, and in today's video I'm looking at this. This is Timecrimes from 2007. This is a Spanish language film. It's sci-fi horror, even, yeah, you could call it a thriller. It's 92 minutes long. And it's 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. A lot of critics, I think, really love this film, quite rightly they should, because it's something pretty special. It is a DVD. There's no Blu-ray release, and really, this is one of those films where you say, why on earth isn't there a Blu-ray release? I think there has been, and it's gone out of print. But this is the sort of thing that one of the boutique labels need to get hold of and do a really good job, because there's no extras at all on this DVD. It's a bare bone release. However, the picture quality is good. Yeah, it's okay for, it's enhanced when you put it in the machine and on the large TV. So, I've no complaints about that for a DVD. Okay, so let's get into it. This is written and directed by Nacho Vigalondo. The Spanish films that he's involved in, I'm sort of giving more the English titles, is Extraterrestrial, 2011, Open Windows, 2014, Colossal, 2016. He was involved in Paradise Hills, 2019, but as the writer. And that's a few. There's quite a few more, but I've just highlighted those that stand out. He's a talented man. He also acts as well, but he's a writer and director in this. This is an award-winning film as well, and was up for quite a few nominations in various areas, which again I think reflects the quality of the filmmaking. Now, he said the influence of this was from 2000 AD comic, a story called Chrono Cops from issue 310 in 1983. So there we are. We've got that. That's interesting, when somebody says that. Now, locations are, of course, in Spain. Cantabria, and Pay Vasco. Those are where it looks absolutely fantastic. It does. The locations work very well, as usual in this kind of filmmaking. What is outstanding about this film is there's very little visual effects, if any at all, really. It's all there, just practically done. I think, that reflects obviously the budget they had. And this is really good. I've seen films with massive budgets with lots of visual effects which are nowhere near as good as this film. That shows you also the talent of the director, and of course being the writer and knowing his own material so well, and his judgment on that is excellent. Now, I'll just go into the cast. I won't be that good with the cast, the Spanish actors. I just pick out a few names. We've got Cara El Jalade, who plays Hector, and he is excellent. Excellent. Absolutely wonderful in this part. particularly as he has to play three actors. Yes, it's one of those films. Now, his career, from what I can see, goes back to 1990 in all these Spanish films. He was in Diez Contra Dos, 1994, which was a thriller. He was in Visionaires, 2001. And then he was in Invasor, which is like Invasion, 2012. And then he was in La Vida Padre, 2022. And Kepler Sexto B, 2023. He's an actor that is very much in work in Spanish films. And I can see why, because he's very good. He really is. He's very good. Then we've got Barbara Goenaga. Yeah, Barbara Goenaga, who plays the woman in the forest, the younger woman we see in the forest. She was in Sin Retorno, 2010. She was in La Punta del Iceberg, which is tip of the iceberg, 2016. And she was in various roles again of films I can't pronounce, but she's got a good career as well in these Spanish films. And then I mentioned that Nacho Vigalondo, who plays the scientist as well. So he's a very talented man. He's not only the writer and director, he also does some acting. And the scientist is an important part of this film as well. So he plays that role very well, and it's an important structure part to the story. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a story of the introduction, and then it's one of those films I don't want to give hardly anything away. But anyhow, so Hector and his wife are moving in to this new house. Now, he's sat there with his in his chair, looking with his binoculars, and his wife goes off shopping. They need some food. And while he's looking through his binoculars, he sees a naked girl in the woods, which, sees the breasts, and I think it kind of interests him, as it might do. So what he does, he decides to go and have a look further. So he goes further around into the woods. But there he finds the same girl, like in a sort of knocked out state, if you want to put it like that. She's hardly moving. She's leaning against a rock. As he's looking, suddenly a man with a pink bandage around his head stabs him with some scissors in his arm. And that's it. It's shocking. You see this, and then things begin to progress and unravel. Particularly when he meets the scientists, and we discover that the scientist is doing some development of a time machine project. Aha, you're saying. But all this comes together, and we get 3 versions of Hector. Yes. Oh, I love it. This story is so clever. Some people may find it confusing. I didn't. I just got right into it. And I know there'll be others saying, hey, there's discrepancies here. What about this? What about that? Forget all that. Just turn your brain off and just enjoy this as within the context of the film, and you'll love it. Honestly, I loved it. This is a film that they have been attempts to do a remake, English language American remake, of course, but nothing has come from that. It's a great script, especially as you say, as I mentioned, there's no special effects. It's quite a low budget film, so this is a good aspect of the film. But in many ways, you think to yourself, well, this is so good, we don't need a remake. And I don't mind reading Spanish subtitles at all. I don't know what all the fuss is about. It's a great film, and I love the fact is this has made me even more interested in sort of like I've done with a lot of French, thinking, oh yeah, I should try and watch some more Spanish films as well. You know, you get a feeling of wanting to watch more European cinema or even world cinema. You know, putting it like that. So this film, in that aspect, I think is very good. It's just a pity that it's not got a Blu-ray with some nice extras on. As I said, I absolutely, I just thought it was a fantastic film. And this is a film I saw quite a few years ago, and I've always wondered about it. And then I just came across it on Amazon, and then I looked up. I thought, oh well, there'll be a Blu-ray, but there isn't. There isn't a Blu-ray at all. Absolutely not a Blu-ray. So anyhow, if you have, I really recommend this. Seriously, it's cheap on a DVD copy, and it's just something different, you know. And I loved it. I recommend it. You know, there's nothing wrong in having a good delve into a bit of Spanish filmmaking. Anyhow, here we are. Look at this. There it is. Isn't that cover great? Look at that. Yeah. And then there's the back. As I say, unfortunately, there's no extras. This is what I was crying out for. I'd love to read, see the interviews with people connected with this film. There's the look at that. I like that illustration as well. I mean, this is gold. It's gold. Why isn't it got a Blu-ray release? Oh, but honestly, I would recommend this. Really recommend this film. It is something special. It's reet grand, I'll tell the hit. Absolutely reet grand. Bayek, get this and a copy. And that's it. So, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and let me know when you we'll let you know when I put out all these videos and all this kind of stuff. You know, you can look at the playlist, the films that I've done and TV series and all that kind of thing. And also there's a bit of music as well, I do. But if you like this particular video, please give this video a like. Get it out, share it, and then hopefully other people might enjoy this video. And also, hopefully, go and get yourself a copy of this film because it is so good. If you got any comments as well, please put your comments down. I love to read your comments. I always answer them. And that's it, really. So, all I gotta say is, I'll see thee again.